So, I thought I'd start off this video by apologizing for not uploading recently. Um, I just didn't really know what to upload. I was like, well, maybe I can upload a Tank Rush, but I was like, no, no, dude. I just got kind of tired of Tank Rush, and that's pretty much it. It's kind of like my only successful series on my channel. Can I even call it successful? I just kind of did it for fun, really. But anyways, I haven't done a story time in a while, and I have a bunch more I will tell on the channel eventually. But for today, I'm going to tell you guys the time of when I explored an abandoned house. So let's get into it. So this story time takes place back in May, and it was basically just an average night for me, just not giving a damn, not doing my schoolwork, and also just playing video games. Totally irresponsible of me to do, but I just really didn't give a fuck back then, like I do now. Uh, so my friend hits me up and he says, "Yo, me and my two other friends are gonna go explore an abandoned house. You wanna come?" And at first I was like, an abandoned house. I've never actually explored an abandoned house before, but I was like, yeah, dude, fuck it. It sounds fun. And he was like, dope. So I go to his house and we kind of just hang out at his house for a little bit, and then we meet up with our two other friends. So all four of us are just heading to this abandoned house, and right off the bat, let me just say that this house, it's not an ordinary house. This shit is like a mansion. It is huge, and unfortunately, we couldn't actually get inside. And even if we did, we didn't want to risk it because obviously there were going to be like wild animals in there. And, you can never be so sure. We just didn't want to like just get attacked or anything like that. So we kind of just stayed outside and just looked around. And, we didn't really find anything interesting. We found a bunch of old shit. Uh, and what I mean by that is just, this house has been abandoned for like a lot of, I don't even know what to say, a couple of years. So, we're basically looking around and we split up. So, me and my one friend, we decided to go in the front and we're trying to get to see if the door would actually unlock. And needless to say, it didn't work. We did find a fancy mailbox, basically, or, something that would store mail in, and we wanted to get this open. Now, it's not the smartest thing to do, because obviously what we're doing here, technically could be considered a crime, and I don't encourage anyone of doing this, but we wanted to get it open, and we obviously couldn't, so we just gave up, and we went back to just meeting up with our other friends. Uh, and then we even found an abandoned car, and this is where it gets interesting. So we basically open the car, and we come to find out that it's an undercover police car, believe it or not. And at first, this blew our fucking minds. We're just like, damn, the guy who lived here, who knows if he even lived here? It was just the guy who owned the car. He was an undercover police cop. Like, that's wild. And finding out this, it could have just been any other car, but the fact to find out that it was an undercover police car, like, that's wild. So, of course, the main thing we did is we checked the glove compartment to see if there was actually anything left over. Really disappointing. We didn't find anything. Just, we didn't. And how did we know that it belonged to an undercover cop? Well, it's because there were a bunch of wiring, and there was a bunch of, those radios that they have in the police cars that you can talk off of? That's what we found. So, we knew right off the bat that it was an undercover police car. And at this point, we're just like, well, we kind of explored everywhere. We didn't really find anything that interesting. We tried to get into the house, but we couldn't. So, do we just call it night and head back? And that's what we were all thinking, dude. We were just like, maybe. Like, we might as well just head back. And before we go back, uh, we had the idea, we should take souvenirs back. And obviously, I didn't agree with this idea because it's literal theft. And thankfully, we didn't. We didn't take anything because I was able to convince him. I was like, no, it's theft. Like, we're already trespassing. Let's not. Well, you can't really consider it trespassing. This isn't a private property or anything. But still, it felt like trespassing. It was late at night. So, anyways, we decide to, yeah, we basically seen everything. Let's just call it a night. Just go. And yeah, that's basically what we did. We had, just in case, whenever a car came by, we had to duck and turn off our flashlights, which, we didn't want to get caught. And honestly, can you blame us, really? But yeah. And then, after, we found everything, we went through the way we came and we just kind of all headed home. And then me and my one friend, we just kind of walked around for a little bit after that, and then I just hung out at his house for the rest of the night. And needless to say, it was a really, really interesting night. And the one thing I do remember most is that we were all able to almost get to the roof because there was a huge, huge scaffolding, and we climbed the staircase, and I don't, you guys don't know this, but I am extremely afraid of heights. So I was basically shitting my pants up and down, just not trying to look down. And the worst part is that they made me go first, and I don't blame them for it. They probably didn't know that I was afraid of heights, but just fuck it. And yeah, the view was great, but still shitting bricks because I'm not good with heights. So, take that as you will. But yeah, overall, I had fun. That was one of the best nights I've had. Just the fact of exploring an abandoned house, or I should say outside of a house with my friends. It was a great time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the story time. I do have a couple more story times I do want to tell in the future. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.